Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
Let's give a nice warm welcome to Loogies and the Cosmos. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. You know, in these hectic times, it's important to maximize your productivity. If you want to spit out some bad food and summon an Egyptian god at the same time, what should you say? Blarg, Herc, Ptah, or Kef? Ptah was an Egyptian god who created the earth.
Ptah! A planet.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
The category is 1, 2, buckle my hat. This one's worth $1,000. Put it in gear, cause here we go. Let's say Plymouth wants to make a car to commemorate the landing of the Pilgrims at Plymouth Rock. What will they most likely call it? The Beagle-mobile, the Mayflower compact car, the Santa Maria 1492, or the Goodspeed 1606? The Mayflower Compact was a prelude to our own Constitution, drawn up by the Pilgrims shortly after landing in America in 1620 on the Mayflower. The Mayflower Compact car probably really would handle like a rock.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
All right, here's the deal. Goodbye, city life. $1,000 at stake on this one. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. While on your way to visit the folks from Green Acres and Hooterville, you take a wrong turn at Mr. Drucker's and end up in a Hooverville. What would you expect the houses to look like? An enormous dam, skyscrapers, cardboard boxes and makeshift tents, or vacuum cleaners? Hooverville refers to Depression-era tent cities built by the poor and homeless, so named because Herbert Hoover was president then. But you know, if the folks in Hooterville made living in a barn seem charming, maybe the folks in Hooverville can do the same for cardboard boxes.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
Now showing Icka Body Slam. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Remember that story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Well, picture this. After eluding the Headless Horseman, Ichabod Crane is haunted by the Galloping Ghost. Rather than through Sleepy Hollow, where would Ichabod probably be chased? Around a thoroughbred track, across a football field, into an opinion poll, or through a monster truck rally? Red Grange, a star football player with the Chicago Bears in the 20s and 30s, was nicknamed the Galloping Ghost. So unless Ichabod can run a 4-flat 40, he's going to be eating some turf.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
I proudly present Psychology and Ijnalakos. How does $2,000 sound? Ready? Pay attention here. Named after the famous Greek tragedy, the Oedipus complex marks the adolescent stage during which a boy craves exclusive possession of his mother. How do you spell Oedipus backwards? Oh yeah, let me take that away from you there. Okay, which of these spellings is it?
Well played.
Very nice. Your mother would be proud.
Here comes question two. It'll make you feel brand new.
And I believe this one's called Getting Lost in the Translation. $1,000 if you get it. Okay, listen up. Imagine the Greek mathematician Archimedes was your high school principal. If Principal Archimedes wanted to test how dense his students were, which experiment might calculate their density? Having them pass gas into balloons, slicing them in half to measure their width, submerging them in water and weighing them, or dropping them from a cliff and timing them? According to Archimedes' principle, the density of an object can be calculated by seeing how much water it displaces in order to measure its volume, then weighing it. I don't think I want to be around when he's inserting the thermometers to find out how cool the kids are.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
For your enjoyment, rockin', rollin', and inventin'. $3,000 on the table for this one. Hey, you know that band Jethro Tull and their big hit song Aqualung? No? Well, you should. Considering what Mr. Jethro Tull invented back in the 1700s, the band Jethro Tull should have written a follow-up song to Aqualung called what? Machine seed drill, instrument of torture, rigid airship, or cotton gin? Mr. Jethro Tull invented the machine seed drill. Then he grabbed his flute and pranced around like a ninny.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
The selection is reasons not to buy a watch from the guy in a raincoat. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Heads up, here it comes. If the watches and artist Salvador Dali's Persistence of Memory were to be promoted in a commercial, what tagline would be most appropriate? Takes a punching and keeps on munching, takes a belting and keeps on melting, takes a cleaning and keeps on screaming, or takes a whacking and keeps on quacking? The clocks and Dolly's Persistence of Memory all appear to be melting. To which I say, hey Dolly, keep your swatch away from the heater.
Here comes question two. It'll make you feel brand new.
Chew on this. If you fall out of a tree in a forest, does anybody hear? This one can net you $1,000. Ears up. Which of these excruciatingly painful screams is an example of the Doppler effect? Is it...
Ah! Ah!
Is it... Is it... Or is it... When someone in a great amount of pain runs by us, their cries seem to get higher in pitch the closer they are to us, and just the opposite as they go away. That's the Doppler effect. Pay close attention the next time somebody runs by you in great pain. You just might learn something.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
Here we have mind-numbingly boring. And we're talking $2,000 for this baby. Okay, I got a question. Why is it that these days people are even making movies out of video games? Did you see Super Mario Brothers? Well, if they made a movie based on the first Atari home video game, what would make the most logical setting? The jungle, a World War II battlefield, a table tennis table, or deep space? Atari's first home video game was Pong, which took place on a tennis court the size of your TV. Can you imagine what an exciting movie that would make?
Psst, I'll be